Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. Apologies for a lack of videos in the last few days. I obtained some hay fever and got burnt in the sun. So yeah, it was a couple of days of discomfort, but here we are back in the game. So I'm just throwing this video out there. This is about Crypto Climate Accord. Now, this is a new kind of administration, if you like, of various businesses in the crypto sphere coming together to basically promote the idea around blockchains and crypto using or transferring to, as much as possible, 100% renewable energy sources. So there's been a lot of talk about this recently in terms of the regulations and things like the ISO 2022. Do you know what? I'll give up on calling that one out without reading it properly. But you know what I mean, the ISO, and also things like the Agenda 30 program, etc. as well. Now, this one in particular is mentioned about the Paris Climate Agreement. Well, they're all part of the same thing, to be honest, in terms of the agenda and World Economic Forum, etc., as we've spoken about in previous videos. And a couple of points here, which I thought was really cool. So the Alliance for the Innovative Regulation, and combining themselves with Energy Web. We did a video quite recently, which I'll put a link to at the end of this one, around the EWT, which is the Energy Web token. Really cool initiative by those guys, but obviously clear partners and leading partners in this strategy behind trying to improve regulation and encourage better blockchain and mining opportunities moving forward. So I guess a couple of things to pick out here, oddly enough. Agenda 30, 2030. To try and get net zero emissions, of course, by these kind of times. This is not a new initiative. This initiative has been around for a number of years. Please do go check out Agenda 30 on the UN website. You can download the document. It's very long, but it's very interesting. Gives you an idea of what's to come in many aspects of life, through sustainability, diversification, etc. And one of the most key points, of course, is climate and our responsibility towards it. So there's a lot of signatories here who have signed up to this project so far. So, you know, take a look through these in your own time. I'm not going to sit here and read them all out, obviously. But I thought it was really cool is a lot of supporters here. Pick out a couple. Zilliqa, obviously a very big one, and I will do a video on those guys. You know, got good investment in those, but both Steve and I have. Engine as well, of course, the blockchain technology, fantastic project. Again, we'll do another one on those. So yeah, there's a good number on here already that people kind of know about, or perhaps have seen the logos or heard about them in some places or another. XRP Ledger Foundation, of course, had to be on there. Ripple, I like that they've got two sections there. But I'm pretty sure that more and more will be added. You've got Polygon as well to this as we continue the development of these kind of regulation conversations and opportunities to improve things along the way. So just kind of a brief overview that can be found on their website as well. Essentially, literally the narrative is just to push as much as possible the renewable aspect and narrative, improve how crypto is mined, staked, proof of working, etc., and how it's, you know, blockchains developed and so on and so forth. So I think this is really cool that this kind of thing exists, and it's great to see that a lot of the projects we know about, or I'm sure you guys know probably more than I do, are coming together, and they're using their initiative to be the ones to bring this forward. Because I think this is important in the sense that if you keep adhering to existing regulations, you could potentially lose that decentralized method and that kind of that thought process that crypto is built on. If you lead the way and show that you're progressively pushing this idea and this way of working with crypto and blockchain, I think that that's more acceptable to people. And like with food and everything now, like for me personally, I have, over the years checked labels, found out, where these products or services are coming from, and making a decision based on emissions and, my responsibility as a consumer, of where I'm buying these things from. And I think sometimes with crypto as well, that is with me. A lot of people don't care. That's absolutely fine. Me personally, like from a morals perspective, I like to know that I'm investing also in something that's not affecting the world that we're trying to, save and better. So, how pointless it would be for me to consider all the things that I do on a daily basis in terms of food, where it's coming from, and drinks, etc. But I'm happy to go and invest in companies that are absolutely trashing in terms of the emissions and things like that. So it's a collective effort, and I do believe that this kind of thing is fantastic. Like I said, we'll see more and more businesses and projects on these agreements and adhering to these kind of regulations. And I said this will be looked greatly upon, the governments and the FCAs of the world, the FEC, the SEC, etc., in the future, where these projects can turn around and go, actually, we are really energy efficient or working towards it, and we're part of these programs, etc. Of course, some of it is down to PR and so on and so forth, but I think this goes a massive way. And for me, and for those out there as well that do have an interest in investing in green projects, in particular, and for me as well, in terms of research, I always look for that, because why would I want to be investing in companies that are going the other way or not doing anything? Because in a few years' time, if regulation does kick in harder, they'll disappear, or they'll be in a lot of trouble, and then the price drops and everything, etc. So it's a really important point for me personally, and like I said, it's part of my research, and I always recommend that everyone does their research on the projects they invest in. Some great information, and I'll put a link to a topic video that we did recently on terawatts and how much emissions are affected by banks versus crypto. It's really interesting stuff. So I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. I think it's good to keep an eye on this. It's probably an easy sort of reference point to look at what projects are out there that are investing time and money into becoming more responsible in this area. So that's all I really had to say, guys. I hope you found it a bit informative. Do check out the links in the videos when I drop them at the end of this video. Please do like and subscribe, and there will be more smashing videos coming your way very soon. So I hope to see you guys and all these wonderful green projects on the moon. Take care.